Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Bhuter Mahadbir Ihima Puro Vibhu Nirmayeshete Yadmush Purusha Bhungte Gunaso Dashasho Dashatmaka Solankashishtam Bhagwan Vachamsi Me Shri Krishna Sharanam Sharanagatam Kathamritam Satata Pibatam Bhakti Vedant Margapanthanam Sarvaloka Rishi Devajan Prasanam Sarvaloka Rishi Devajan Prasanam. Hare Krishna. So today we are talking about the topic how to control mind. Can you please move forward, because I think more people are coming, they are waiting outside. So, yeah, thank you. Okay, Hare Krishna. So, today's topic is how to control mind, and which is a very vast topic and very hard topic. It's very hard to control the mind. And once what happened, Kalidas, someone asked Kalidas, and he asked him that, Kalidas, you would all know that he was a poet. So, someone asked him, can you please mention 10 things which are always flickering or which are always moving? So at the same time, Kalidas, he just wrote a beautiful verse. He said, Man mana mad karme gho madhyapo matkuno marut Makshika markato matasya makara dashi chanchala. So he said all these 10 things, they are always moving or they are always flickering. The first thing he said, man. Man means mind. Mind is always flickering. Like, we are sitting here, but in a second we can think about India or America. We can reach anywhere, anytime. Like if I will tell all of you, okay, don't think about a monkey, everyone will think about a monkey. So we can see that how fast the speed of mind is. Like within a second it goes everywhere. Like I can go now, sitting here, I can go to India and come back in seconds. So the speed of mind is very, very fast. So Kalidas said the mind is the first one. Then he said Madhukar. Madhukar means honeybee. Have you seen honeybee? It flies to one flower to another flower to get the nectar. And the best thing in honeybee is that she doesn't go to the dirty things. She doesn't go to the dirty places. She just go to one beautiful flower, take the nectar, then she goes to a different flower, take the nectar. So she is also always moving. She doesn't stay at one flower, like she's not satisfied with the one flower. She's always moving. Then he said Megho. Megho means clouds. We have seen the clouds. You just go outside and just follow one cloud. You can't follow it because it's always moving. So you will be moving around the cloud all the directions. So the third thing is cloud. Then he said Madhyapo. Madhyapo means drunkard man. If a person, he drinks wine or alcohol, he doesn't stand steady. He is always flickering. He is always moving. He can't stand straight if person is drunk. Then he said Matkuno. Matkuno means, the bed bugs. Bed bugs, they always come at night time. In the daytime, you can't see them. And you can't catch them. They are always moving. Then he said Marut. Marut means wind or the air. We can't catch the air. Air is always moving. Then he said Makshika. Makshika means housefly. So we have seen in India as well and here as well, you can't catch a housefly. In India, maybe you can catch, but Australian houseflies are very, very, they are very fast. You can't catch them. And then he said Markato means monkey. So we have seen monkey, he always jumps from one tree to another tree. We can't catch monkey too. And then he said a fish, marut. Fish, it's hard to catch a fish. Fish is also moving in the water all the time. And he said next one is wealth, the money. Like suppose I have given you $10 and then you are going to buy something from that $10, then you will go and give it to the shopkeeper, then it will go to the owner, then owner will deposit that money into the bank. The same money is not you are going to get it back. So money is also moving all the time. And then he said next one is these are all 10 things. He said makara das chanchala. These 10 things are always flickering. So what was the first one? Mind. So mind is always flickering, always. It's the speed of mind is very very fast. So it is said in Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna he also said that chanchala hi mana Krishna. Arjuna said that to Krishna that the mind is very chanchal. Chanchal is also called flickering or moving, or it's not steady. And also it's very hard to control. And Arjuna said this thing that we can't control he said I can't control the mind. I can control the wind, he said, but I can't control the mind. So if Arjuna can't control the mind, it is very very hard for us, the materialist people, to control the mind, because Arjuna was a great devotee of the Lord and we are just aspiring devotee. So it is very hard to control the mind, but still today we are going to see that how we can upgrade our mind, how we can change some things which will help us to control our mind. And also it is when a person dies, then what happens? The subtle bodies goes with the soul, like the intelligence, ego, and the intelligence and the false ego. It goes, and the mind, it goes with the soul. When a person dies, what happens? All these things, they go with us. Like whatever the mind we are carrying now at this time, we are carrying from the lifetimes. Like it is not we have a new mind. The mind always goes with the soul. When a person, but now if suppose I am going to die today, the mind will go with me, the whatever I have mind now. So the mind goes with the soul when we die. And if we make the mind our friend, then it will connect us to Krishna. And if we make mind our enemy, then it will separate us from Krishna. So that is very important, how we can make mind our friend. And there is a beautiful verse as well, we will go later on. And mind is always protected, like mind is protected under a skull, and it is invisible, we can't see the mind. So sometimes the things which are invisible, we can't see, they are very very important for us. Like suppose the foundation of this building, we can't see the foundation of this building, it's invisible, but it is very very important. If the foundation is not good, then anything can happen to the building. So sometimes what happens, the things which are invisible, they are very very important. Similarly, the air is invisible, we can't see it, but it is very important. If there is no air, we can't breathe. So we need air to survive. And similarly, there are more things, like we have emotions, we have sorrows, we have happiness. These emotions sometimes we can't see, but they are necessary for our life. So mind has, it is said that in one day, mind it gets 60,000 to 70,000 of thoughts in one day. So we can imagine, in one day we think 60,000 or 70,000 of thoughts. And in the research it is mentioned that 80% of thoughts are negative. Mostly we think negative things. It's very hard we think positive. So, and when mind, we get the thought in a mind, then what happens? The intelligence, it discriminate it. So intelligent discriminate means like it discriminate which thought we have to act and which thought we don't have to act. Like we can't act on each and every thought. Suppose if we are acting on each and every thought, then the person is called unintelligent. I will give an example. Like suppose if someone is asking me, oh, can you please tell me a good heart surgeon? So I will give you the reference. Okay, this doctor is good, you go to him, he's a very good, and he's very popular, he does so many surgeries. And then in your mind there is a perception that he is a good doctor. And then you also go to the clinic, you see in the clinic he has so many certificates, he has so many awards, and in your mind you are convincing now, yes, he is a good doctor. Then you see his picture with the prime minister. Oh yes, he has done something with the prime minister. So there is another famous man is standing next to him. So in your mind you have a good picture of that doctor. Yes, he is a good doctor, I have to go to him. And then on the day of surgery you go to the doctor, and the nurse tells you that okay, he is a good doctor, but from 2-3 days his mind is not stable. What will happen then? Because you have a very good picture in your mind that he's a good doctor, he's a good surgeon, and now the nurse said, oh, because his mind is not stable from last 2 days, because his son is died. So what will be your perception? You will think, oh, he's not going to do a good surgery. So what we have to do, we have to discriminate. So we have to discriminate the thoughts which are good, which are bad. So we have to accept the good thoughts and we have to leave the bad thoughts. And also, mind helps us to perceive the things. Like we can take another example. Once what happened, guru of Duryodhan, he told him, okay, you just go outside into the society and find a good person. Who is good, just bring him inside. And then Duryodhan, he went outside and he came back. He said, there is no one good than me. I am the best. So it's his thought. And then the same question the Guru asked to the Yudhishthira Maharaj. He said, you go and find a bad person in the society. Yudhishthira Maharaj, he went outside and he came back. He said, there is no one bad than me. I am the bad person. So again you can see how we perceive the thoughts, how we think that the person is. Like, Yudhishthira can say, okay, there are so many bad people, but he said, no, I am the bad one. So, what happens? We carry the mind. We carry the mind from life after life. How? Like, mind is within us. Mind is within us. We can't see it. But what happens, like from lifetime, we are just carrying it. And from one body to another body, we are carrying the same mind. So, and we know that mind is our enemy too. He is our friend and he is our enemy too. And suppose if you are in your home and someone comes and he is your enemy, what you are going to do? You are just going to close the door. That my enemy is outside, he can hurt me. But here, mind is our enemy and we are carrying him all the time. We can't tell him, okay, you go away. We have to carry the mind, whatever we have. If it's a good mind or if it's a bad mind, we have to carry it. So Arjuna said in Bhagavad Gita that, Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita that mind can be our friend, mind can be our enemy too. And Devamrit Swami Maharaj, once he was telling in his lecture, he said that in United Kingdom, that 60% of people, they always have a night dream that they are killing their boss. They are shooting their boss. And one devotee, he asked, what about the 40% people? And then Maharaj said, they are daydreaming. Those 60%, they are thinking at night time. They are dreaming at night, but 40% they are dreaming in the day that they are shooting their boss. So this type of mind people they are having. And so now the question comes, how we can make our mind healthy? How we can make our mind suitable? So the first tip is we have to clean our mind. We have to clean our mind. How we can clean our mind? We need a brush, we need a detergent, something like that to clean our mind. Yes? No? So what we need? Yes, Prabhuji? Yes, love and surrender towards Krishna. Very good. So, what we should do actually, like like in a hard drive, what we do in a hard drive, we just store the data. Everyone knows about the hard drive in a computer. We just store the data, and sometimes the memory is full. Then what we do? We start delete the things. Then we delete the data which we don't use it. Similarly, in our mind, we have gathered the data from life after life, before times, like maybe 100 lifetimes we have data there. Like we are carrying the things which happened with us 15 years ago. That, oh, she told me this, he told me this, I fought with him. We always carry these things. We can't forget it. If someone tells you something, you always carry, oh, she told me like this. That Mataji, she didn't talk to me on that day, 10 years ago. We always have these things in our mind. So what we have to do, we have to clean our mind. We have to take those things out and we have to put the new things in. And mostly what we have always negative thoughts. It's very rare that people, they have positive thoughts in their mind. Most of the time they have negative thoughts. Okay, always complain. We always do complain. Okay, because of him I am suffering, because of me. But in Bhagavatam it is said, you are not suffering from anyone else suffering. Like, if someone is telling you something, it's not it's not their problem, it's your mind's problem. So he said, mind is the main reason. So mind is the main reason why we are suffering in this material world. And as we do our Diwali cleaning, now Diwali is coming, so everyone does the cleaning. What we do? For 2, 3, 4 hours, we just take the things out. Okay, I don't need this, I don't need that. We take our cupboard, the kitchen. I don't need this sari. We bring all the stuff out. We spend 4, 5 hours in that one. And at the end, when the time comes, okay, now we are going to throw it. What we do? Or maybe I can use this charger. Take this one out. Oh, maybe this pillow I can give it to someone. Sari I will give it to someone. My kid can play with this one. Then 50 or 90% stuff, we bring it back again into our cupboards. So, but what we should do, if we have thought, okay, I have to throw this 90% stuff, we should just throw it. Bhakti Rasamrit Maharaj once, when he came last time, he was saying, we should every week or every once in a month, we should check our cupboards. Okay, which thing I haven't used it from last month. Take it out, give it to someone who needs it. But it's very hard. Mostly what we do, we just hoard the things. We just want everything for ourselves. But if we are not going to give the things away, then we can't empty our brain. So we have to clean our mind, we have to clean our thoughts. And second tip is, we have to think positive. That is also very hard. Most of the time, if someone is running late, like, if husband is not coming home, always you have the bad thoughts. Or maybe he had an accident, maybe he has done this. Most of the time we always think negative. So, but we should think positive. I will just share one example. Once there was a boy, he was in year 7. And once he came back home, and then he told his mom, from tomorrow, please come 1 hour late to pick me from school. And then mom asked, why? What happened? He said, we are celebrating annual day and we are preparing for that one. So you just come, we have to spend 1 hour extra in the school. So you come 1 hour late. So she said, okay. So for the next 15 days, she was going 1 hour late, picking her son and coming back. And when the final day came for that annual day, on that day, what happened? All went to see, like, she was very happy, parents were very happy, okay, my son is performing there, and they were just watching the program. They couldn't see their son. The son was not there. And then they were looking, oh, maybe he's somewhere else. And when the function finished and they were coming back home, and then they asked their son, okay, where were you? What was your role in the play? And then he said, okay, mom, don't ask me. My friend Ram, he just got 10 minutes old. He was just singing a song. My another friend Sham, he was just playing. He was participating in a drama. But I got 1 hour role. He said, what you were doing 1 hour? He said, my teacher told me, you just go and sit into the crowd and just clap for 1 hour. And I was just doing clapping for 1 hour. So, we can see that the parents will be very miserable. They would be thinking, what happened to our son? And, but the child was very happy. Because, why? Because he was thinking positive. He was happy whatever he was getting. Imagine if this role is given to us, what we are going to do. We will leave the play and school and we will just come back home. So if we don't empty our mind and if we don't think positive, then what will happen? It will stink. Because there are so many thoughts, so many emotions is in our mind, so it will stink one day. Like for example, in our refrigerator, what we do every week, we do cleaning. If we don't do cleaning of our refrigerator, then what will happen? The dal will smell like a buttermilk will smell like a dal, roti will smell like a halwa will smell like something else. We have to clean the fridge. So every week we clean the fridge. So similarly, we have to clean our mind. So otherwise it will stink. We all may be aware of that example. In Japan, what happened? In Japan, what happened? In a school, once one teacher, she gave a exercise to all the kids. They said, okay, from you just today, what you do, you just all stand up and see that the person you don't like, just tell me the number, the person you don't like. So, some kids, they said, 5, I don't like 5 kids. Some kids said, 2, some kids said only 1 person. Like me, said 15 people I don't like. And then the teacher said, okay, from tomorrow, the person you don't like, what you have to do, you just go and bring some boiled potatoes from your home. So now all the kids, they went home and they told their mom, okay, I need 5 potatoes, I need 6 potatoes, I need 15 potatoes, boiled one. They got a Ziploc bag. Everyone is carrying now potatoes and they bring it to the school. Then the teacher asked, okay, you got the potatoes? Yes. They are very happy that we got the potatoes. And then she said, okay, now what you have to do, you have to carry these potatoes everywhere. Wherever you go, you carry these potatoes. Like if you are going to the toilet, take potato with you. If you are going to the sports class, running, take potatoes with you. So everyone is carrying, some people are carrying 14 potatoes, some are having only 1. And imagine, like you are carrying 15 potatoes everywhere. And then if you are going home, still you have to carry the potatoes with you. Keep it with you. And this exercise happened for 2-3 days. And everyone is thinking, what's happening, And then students, they asked the teacher, what's next? She said, okay, now what's happening? Now, the smell starting coming from the potatoes. Smell was coming from the potatoes. It was stinking everywhere. And some people, they were very happy that, oh, I have only 1 potato. The person who is carrying 15 potato, he had a lots of smell. So, similarly, what we are doing? Similarly, we are carrying the thoughts in our mind. For me, I don't like 15 people, so 15 thoughts in my mind. You don't like 1 person, you have thoughts of 1 person. So if we are carrying the thoughts, it will stink. And then, what do you mean by stink? Stink means it will disturb you. You will be disturbed. Nothing is going to happen to that potatoes. You will be, the kids were disturbed that, oh, we have to carry the stale potatoes. We are carrying the stinking potatoes. So similarly, when we carry the thoughts of people,